Hello again, and welcome to our first strategy word checkup. We will be including words from the strategy word activities that you have been doing throughout Shapes and Sounds, but we're going to do them in order. So for this lesson, we have the first 8 strategy words. And you can listen to the sentences, pause the film, and write the sentence yourself. Then when you come back to it, you'll be able to see if your strategies worked. We'll then move on to the next sentence, etc., etc. It will be your choice. Do you pause the film? Or do you work along with me? And then we'll do another activity where we can look at the strategies that you may have chosen. Our first story, as you can see, is about ants. Some rather unfortunate ants. And here's our first sentence. Tom posts ants. Pause the film and we'll write it. Tom, so we need a capital letter because it is somebody's name and because it's the first word in the sentence. Tom posts. Post office stays tidy, and we've added suffix s. Ants. That seems a very cruel thing to do. I wonder what will happen next. Next sentence. Tim is so sad. Press pause again. Those of you that want to work along with me, we'll do so now. So you will either be working along with me or you've come back to me having written your sentence to see if you've spelt the words correctly. Tim is. Capital letter again. Tim is. Is simple. Did you use that strategy or did you remember the letter names? So sad and so odd might be your strategy. Tim is so sad. Next sentence. As sad as most ants. As. It's another word where it sounds like z. As. Simple. But we needed a capital A. As sad as, and we write it again, but this time without the capital, most ants. Most of Sue's toys. Most ants. And the next sentence, I stop Tom. Pause the film. And we have I am a very important person. for remembering that one. Do you remember doing that? I am a very important person, right from the top of my head to the soles of my feet. I stop Tom. And here is the next sentence. It is a no-no to post ants. Pause the film again. It is simple. No. No oranges. If you've used that strategy. If not, you may have remembered it as a little word that is spelt like a syllable. To post ants. To open. Post. Post office stays tidy. Ants. And yes, an exclamation mark. A very cruel thing to do. So there we have our story, and we have included in it 8 strategy words where you need to think about how you're going to remember how to spell them. Now let's take a look at them again. And you can see that the strategy words are written in red so that you can see them. Let's come up with not the strategy word activity where you do the actions and say letter names, because you can see the letters here, so you can do that if you'd like. But we'll come up with the first sound spellings as I read the story. Tom posts ants. Tim is so sad. As sad as most ants. I stop Tom. It is a no-no to post ants. So there we can see this particular strategy. How did you get on? These were the words that we were looking at today. Will you need to have perhaps a rethink and a whole new way of remembering all the something extras? Or were you getting on just grand? We will be including another strategy word checkup in the next lesson so that you can work out maybe the little extras that you need to think about, or maybe so that you can tap yourself on the back and say, well done, I've got the hang of all of those words. Thank you for joining me.